I'm a gay Latino going to a white nationalist press conference. Of course I'm not excited. Three of the internet's most notorious white nationalists held their first major press conference this month to finally answer the question, what is the alt-right?
What is the alt-right?
What is the alt-right?
What exactly is the alt-right?
Are you the alt-right?
The Trump campaign has gotten a lot of attention lately because of its ties to the fringe, racist alt-right movement.
The emerging racist ideology known as the alt-right.
They are basically the next generation of what are traditionally the neo-Nazi movements, the KKK.
So naturally, we decided to go.
Why is Africa poor? Why is, on the other hand, Haiti equally poor? This is because they're populated by the same people. East Asians have the highest IQs, at about an average of 102, 103. Next come whites at about 100. Next come Hispanics, which are a very varied population, hard to put a firm figure on them. And then blacks have an average IQ of about 85.
It's really about Trump's style, the fact that he doesn't back down. You look at that and you think, this is what a leader looks like. We want to refound a new right on a dramatically different basis than the current conservative movement and GOP has been found. That's going to involve dank memes. It's going to involve Pepe. It's going to involve unleashing a little chaos.
They also don't love Jews.
There's been an overrepresentation by Jews in intellectuals who have tried to undermine the legitimacy of white racial consciousness.
Jews have their own identity. They're not European.
When you ask whites to celebrate diversity, you are asking them to celebrate their dwindling number.
How was it? It's terrible. Can we get tacos? Tacos! Hope these are not super messy. So the not surprising part of that was that these people are legitimately racist. They had this idea that there's a white homeland or a white cultural identity that needs to be preserved, specifically through really, really strict immigration and deportation laws.
A central belief that white identity is essentially under attack.
God bless America. Is there a bean on my face? What is kind of surprising is how aware they are of the media moment they're having right now. They know the election coverage has given them an unprecedented opportunity to move from the fringe into the mainstream.
These people have been dying for their big spotlight. They're, right. You know, suddenly we have TV producers saying, who can we get from this movement?
The alt-right movement is overjoyed to be in the crosshairs of the Clinton campaign.
Trump has helped legitimize the alt-right in mainstream political discourse.
Donald Trump's selection of Breitbart boss Steve Bannon as his campaign CEO is bringing new attention to the idea of the alternative right.
He goes and places someone in charge of the campaign who's really the poster child for the mainstreaming of the alt-right.
We are the platform for the alt-right, Bannon proudly told Mother Jones.
They see his campaign as an opportunity to make their case to a huge group of people who otherwise would never have heard of them.
We have not been made by Trump, but we want to make Trump. And we want to imagine him in our image. It's about, in a way, projecting onto him our hopes and dreams. Certainly we have been, you could say, riding his coattails. There's been more interest in us because we are generally pro-Trump.
And what's scary is, when I asked them if they had any plans to keep this going after the election, they said yes. They want to turn the alt-right into a professional, mainstream, legitimate part of American politics.
One of the big challenges is professionalization in the future. We want to increase our exposure, we want to increase our influence.
Which means that white supremacist press conference is just the tip of the iceberg.
The ideas of the alt-right are gaining ground rapidly. Trump or no Trump.
This election has given the alt-right its first real media spotlight, but these white nationalists aren't planning on giving it back anytime soon.